Alright, let's do a quick video on rays, lines, and segments. What we're really going to be focusing on is how to write and how to read them. Notation means how they're written in math. So let's go over this. So first of all, a ray is a one-dimensional geometric figure. It's infinite, but only in one direction. Still though, it cannot be measured. A line is infinite in two directions, still one dimension, and a segment one dimension, but because it has two endpoints, it can be measured. So let's take a look at some of these. So let's say we had from E to C, and those are the two endpoints. So this part right here, that would be a line segment, and the way you would write that is with the two, C, with the two endpoints, and it doesn't matter which one goes first. That's the line segment. So you got two letters, they're points, and they're the endpoints. Now, if you had a middle endpoint, like let's say we were going to talk about from E to D, you don't name the point in the middle. It doesn't really matter. So you're talking about the distance from D to E or E to D, same thing. Whereas if we were going to talk about a ray, let's say we're going to talk about the ray that starts right here on D and goes through this direction, right? So if we were going to talk about that ray, we'd have to put that symbol on top, and the letters really matter here. You have to be very careful. You have to use the starting point for the first letter, and the second letter shows the direction. So you could use either C or E. It doesn't really matter. These two things are exactly the same. Whereas if you said the ray ED, well, that would start at E. It would start here and go this direction, right? So you could say ED, or you could use any of these other letters along this same ray to describe it. So you could say EJ. That's exactly the same thing. But the thing you got to remember, it's got the arrow on top. The first letter is the starting point, and the second letter shows you the direction. Okay? Now, with a line, lines are a little easier. You've got this symbol on top. You have to really pay attention to those symbols because they mean, this means a ray, that means a line, that means a line segment. Now, with a line, it's the easiest to label, like HC. That would be this line right here. So you just pick any 2 points on the line, and like, it doesn't really matter. Like HG, BC, CB, those are all the same line. They're this line right here, right? So a ray, the first letter is the starting point, the second letter is the direction. All right, so let's talk about this real quick. Let's say we're going to talk about ray GB. Can you see where that is? Which of these is the same as GB? BG, BC, GH, or GF. Which of these rays is the same? Well, because this starts on G, these two don't start on G, they both start on B, so those cannot be it. So it's got to be one of these two. GH goes the same direction as GB. You see it starts here and goes this way, so GH would be it, right? And AB would be the same as BA. If you're talking about a segment, the endpoints are what matters. And if you're talking about the line, it's just any 2 points on the line. So if I wanted to name this line right here, I could use any combination of the two, right? I, A, B, and F. So I could do like that. And it doesn't matter which goes first. It does for a ray. And then for the segment, it's the endpoints that matter. So if I wanted to say H to C, I could say CH, or I could say HC, right? So anyway, that's the notation and how to read lines, rays, and segments. Hope you guys have a good day.